Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to our Science Year 2 lesson. How are you today? I hope you are fine. Well, what are we going to learn for science today? Are you ready? Let's go. Check it out. Okay, boys and girls, for our science lesson today, we are going to go through Unit 4, Animals, with the topic Recognize the Life Cycle. But before we start, I want you to get ready with your Science Year 2 textbook, Science Year 2 activity book, and Science exercise book as well. Without further ado, let's look at the first slide. Now, let's look at the slide. And pay your attention to this picture here. For your information, this picture, you also can find it in your textbook, page 45. Okay, this is the life cycle of a frog. Okay, let's read this together. From an egg, I changed into a tadpole. So the frog is telling us that from an egg, change to a tadpole here. Okay, start from egg and change to tadpole. After that, I become a froglet. So from a tadpole, it become a froglet. Finally, I grow into an adult frog. So this is the final phase of a frog life cycle. Okay, it grows into an adult frog. So from this picture, we learn that animals that lay eggs will change as they grow. Okay, these changes occur in the animal's life cycle. So this is a life cycle of a frog. Okay, now boys and girls, let us do some activity here. One simple activity actually. We're going to record a frog life cycle in your science exercise book. So get ready with your science exercise book now. Before you start, as usual, you write down the day and the date on top of your book and write down the title of the activity, which is Life Cycle of a Frog. Okay, how to record a frog's life cycle? I want you to draw this diagram. Okay, life cycle of a frog start with egg, become a tadpole, grow into froglet, and the final form will be an adult frog. We just draw these 4 circles here. You write down egg inside the first circle, tadpole, froglet, and adult into the 4th circle. Don't forget to draw the arrows also. There are 4 arrows here. Okay, you may color your diagram later. Okay, for your reference, you may pause this video and copy this diagram in your exercise book. Okay, I hope that's clear. That is our first exercise for this lesson. Okay, I know you are going to ask this question. What about the life cycle of animals that give birth? Okay, of course, the animals that give birth also have their own life cycle. Let us take a life cycle of a cow, for example. Okay, a young cow, we call it calf. And then it grow up, become yearling. Okay, and after that, the final stage will be an adult cow, like this one. So it's quite simple compared to the animal that give or the animal that lays egg. Okay, but the life cycle is the same. They have their own stages also. I hope that's clear. Okay, boys and girls, for our next activity, let us investigate the life cycle of butterfly. To do this, I want you to watch the video with the title Life Cycle of a Butterfly. Okay, I want you to pay attention to the video carefully because Next, I want you to record the life cycle of a butterfly. That means our next activity, which is activity 2, is based on this video. So, are you ready? Let's watch the video together.
Our topic for today is life cycle of a butterfly. A butterfly lays eggs on the leaves of a plant. These eggs hatch, and young ones called larvae, or caterpillars, come out of the eggs. The caterpillar first feeds on the eggshell from which it is born. It then starts feeding on the leaves and starts to grow. The caterpillar sheds its skin several times so that it can grow. Once the caterpillar is big enough, it stops eating. It then forms a protective layer around itself. This stage is called chrysalis. In this stage, the caterpillar is now called pupa. The pupa remains motionless in the chrysalis. Inside the chrysalis, the pupa undergoes a series of changes. After about 15 days, a beautiful adult butterfly emerges out of the chrysalis. When the butterfly comes out, its wings are small and wet. The butterfly pumps fluids into its wings to make them strong and to expand. After a few hours, the wings become strong enough and the butterfly is able to fly. These series of changes in the life cycle of a butterfly is called metamorphosis.
Wow, that was beautiful, isn't it? It's the life cycle of a butterfly. Alright, boys and girls, now for our second exercise. Get ready with your exercise book. Again, okay, as usual, start with the day and the date, and then write down the activity. Let's investigate the life cycle of a butterfly. As I mentioned previously, this activity will be based on the video that you have watched. Okay, so what you have to do now, you have to draw this picture or the picture of the life cycle of a butterfly. Okay, start from egg, become larva. Okay, remember egg, larva, or you also can call it caterpillar. Okay, remember, because you have to write down the stages after this, and then become pupa, and the final stage, adult butterfly, or just call it butterfly. So your job now, you have to name each of these stages. So you have to label this. Okay, still remember, refer to the video previously. Okay, I hope you can do this activity. Okay everyone, now for your third and final exercise. I want you to get ready with your Science Year 2 activity book and turn to page 25. Okay, in page 25, you can see these two life cycle of animals. Okay, the first one will be the life cycle of a duck. The second one will be the life cycle of an ant. So you have to label these stages. How to label it? You are given with the selection of answers on top of every diagram here. Okay, first of all, as usual, write down the date here, the space provided, and look at these answers. There are 4 actually, so you have to fill in here. There are 4 boxes here. Fill in based on the stages. Okay, let's say egg, you can put it here. You can complete it on your own. Easy, isn't it? How about the life cycle of an ant? Same thing. Look at the selections of answer here on top of the diagram and fill in the boxes here. There are 4 boxes. Okay, the life cycle of an ant. That will be your last activity for the day. Well, boys and girls, to sum up our lesson today, remember we have learned about the life cycle of an animal, whether it is animal that lays egg or the animal that gave birth. Okay, remember you have 3 exercises today. The first one is the life cycle of a frog. You just draw the diagram. The second one, let's investigate the life cycle of a butterfly. Draw and label. Okay, and the last one in your activity book, label the life cycle of duck, the life cycle of an ant. Well, that's the end of our lesson today. I hope you have learned something from this lesson. As usual, see you next time. Stay strong, stay safe. Bye bye.